Hey everyone, my name is Luke. I'm the Conflicts Director for Housing 2, G through K, and this is Hazel, and today we're going to talk a little bit about tips and tricks for roommate conflict mediations. And so that's something you all are going to be talking a little bit more about later on. But again, we just wanted to offer some quick tips. And so one of the biggest things that I can suggest is when you are working with residents in a conflict, to set ground rules and expectations. And so some of those rules can be things like putting all phones away when in the meeting, using I statements, and you'll learn a little bit more about those in our training, but then also being okay with being silent. And so sometimes you'll say, who wants to go first? And no one will answer, or people will say things and then it'll just feel really tense and feel really awkward. That's okay. It's totally okay for things to be a little uncomfortable in these kind of situations. All good things happen from tough conversations, and so be okay with being silent. Be okay with allowing them to reflect on the experience there. I would say if things are getting a little heated, if people are getting a little exasperated at that point, it's also okay for people to, take a step back, leave the room, get some fresh air, and then come back to follow up on that conversation. One of the other final points that I want to make is you should never have a mediation in the room of the resident, because it kind of, you don't want to have a mediation where the problem is already festering. So you should bring them to a neutral location, whether it's a CD's office, the NPR, the RA office. Any of those spaces are definitely available for you to use with your residents there. I would say those are the biggest tips that I can give. But if you happen to have any questions about that, feel free to ask during the mediation training session. Feel free to reach out to your CD. Feel free to reach out to returners as well. We're more than happy to answer any questions about this topic. Thanks.